going on, everybody? We're starting our first segment. We just got started. We're trying to see where it goes. We don't have a name yet.
Yeah.
We're just starting our little talk show, you can say. But
Yep.
it's just all about our ideas, what we think, and how it'll affect others. Um,
Right.
I'm Andrew Ballard. Name's Niago, but you can call me Andrew. Right here with me is Ramon.
Right.
We call him G Kang.
Like up in the range of doing big things and not just like that.
That's all
But
about
yeah.
it, man. Good, good, very good. So today's topic is social networking. Why? Why? What the hell? Where did Zuckerberg? Okay, when Zuckerberg came out, yo, I'm gonna make a social network. Okay, we all seen the movie, The Social Network. What the hell? I mean, I don't think that's how it started. I think he was just sitting there holding a can of beer in his hand. Yeah, you know what? MySpace is pretty popular. Dude, this nigga Tom made a couple of bucks off of that. You know what? I'm gonna make a Facebook. Facebook. Why is it called Facebook? Is it the book of faces? I don't see no faces in a book. The issue is, Facebook. Well, social networking in general, AIM, MySpace, Tag, Twitter. The hell's it? Anyway, okay. But you know what? Like social networking in general, it's been taking youth, us teenagers, and some adults by storm, and the general
Right.
public is pretty much appeased by by the fact that it might end relationships and whatnot. But for some odd reason, though that is a proven fact, why are people on social networks? All it does is drama. All it is drama. Like,
Yeah.
the hell?
Well, one of the things that I think is that when people think about terms like social networking, they think, oh yeah, this is how I could contact like my friends easier, how I can find out stuff with no hassle and stuff like that. But I mean, when you think about it, um, most of the stuff that's like happening nowadays, that's like most of the crimes and stuff, most of that is based off of the internet. Like it's based off stuff that started over Facebook or Twitter and whatever. So I I mean it like they're good. I mean like they're good ideas, but I also think that's the people that plague it as well because since everybody has one, there's people that are sad on there, and there's people that are happy, and there's people that are just like in the middle. So like different personalities, clashing on Facebook. I think that could be one of the factors as well.
And that's what it seems like. It's important to know exactly what kind of crowd uses Facebook. Let's yeah, throw back a little bit. We can already tell that Zuckerberg's main audience or targeted audience of Facebook was going to be adults. Um, it's I don't know where he got the idea that adults would actually abide to it. Yes, adults use it. My mother uses it, for example. But the issue is, if you compare it from adults to teenage, even pre-teenage population, it's pretty bad. There's well more over millions and millions of youth on it, more than there are only about 1,000 up to 1,000 of adults. This targeted audience, um, whether it be sad people, happy people, or in the middle, it it's just the age group that seems to be affected by it the most. Yeah, it's been reported that a lot of married couples who have to be adults on Facebook have to get
Right.
divorces, fights, and even murder. But
Mhm.
it's the whole idea of social networking in general. I mean, we started out with phones. Phones didn't even have text messages. Please,
Yeah.
the
Like
first thing that came to mind when you said text messaging was beepers, and beepers was only
right.
numbers. And the issue is nowadays we're not even texting; we're on Facebook, and what's the point of it? What do they hope to accomplish with Twitter, Facebook, MySpace? If I want to know what my boy's doing, oh, status update. I'm going to the bathroom. BRB. I mean, are you serious? What? Okay. I wouldn't have him call me to tell me that, but if I want to know what he's up to, I'll call him. I mean, I don't want to see a whole wall, so they say, to of words to find out what people are up to. It's just bogus, and it makes absolutely no sense.
Yeah, but you know what I think it is. Like I said, it's it's a good tool for the government and FBI to use because of the simple fact, like I said earlier, it's the simple fact that, all right, for example, if it was just like a website called, like, let's say, policedatabase.gov or something like that, then, like, if people try to, like, spread around the word about it, they'd be like, oh yeah man, it's a new site where you put in all of your info and you connect with friends and stuff, and then you see all of their info, and then all of a sudden, people wouldn't like that. But like I said, once you, like, you know sugarcoat it and put like a couple skins over it, that's like pretty much what it is, just a big old government database, but just in the form of a social network. So, like, pretty much, and now the fact that this dude's a freaking billionaire, pretty much off of the website, people tend to wonder if their info, everything that they've ever put on Facebook, could ever be at stake. Like, I mean, what happens when nobody starts using Facebook no more? I mean, are they going to start being desperate and, like, using users' info against them to try to force them to come back? Or, like, it's just a crazy possibility of when a new era comes again. How like Facebook will, like, fade away when it's all done.
Is that, yeah? You know, you're right. It's like, it's as if, uh, okay, yeah. So social network may not make a lot of sense, but you're right. It's true that it could also be a way to keep the general public in check. I mean, if you notice, everybody who starts putting child porn on Facebook gets arrested within the next couple of hours. It's, again, that I say is pretty bogus, but um, at least it's not totally underground, and that's a good thing. It's it's really good. I know MySpace didn't have that, but we also have some bad case scenarios too. The government's all over it, but you know what they do? They take
Right.
their sweet ass time. Um, for example, I understand Facebook isn't completely to blame, but it's bad enough that we have people killing themselves off of Facebook. Oh, somebody put a video of him having sex with his gay partner. Okay, that's fine. They're gay. We get it. But when he puts it on, when this guy put it on Facebook, he want to kill himself. Why? Because it's Facebook. If it was like a general website where it was remote on the server, they would have just taken it down before he would have had the time to know it was there. And you know, all these people trying to kill themselves over Facebook. Facebook is so widely used that people have a reason to kill themselves, so they get embarrassed to that kind of point. And in a way, again, that's really bogus. And who do I blame for that? I blame Facebook, because social networks themselves all connect to millions and millions of people, including the government. Yeah, that guy got the time he needed. He got the time he deserved, but it wouldn't have happened if Facebook wasn't the factor that was pushing the kind of behavior. And because of that, Facebook is not only pointless, but is also dangerous and threatening to both lives and relationships everywhere.
Yeah, I definitely have to, put my little 2 cents in. I totally agree with what you said. Adding to that, I feel as if, just the way that, because back in the days, um, you know, people, whenever something popped off, like, whenever there's a little fight, or, like, a little squabble, people really didn't have video cameras and stuff back then as so easy. And if people did, they were very expensive and not so portable. So, like, it would be very rare that they were caught on tape. So, like, most of them just went as like a, one time showing. But, like, nowadays, it's so easy for someone to, like, flip out their phone and, like, record a fight and put it on Facebook, and or, like, not even Facebook, just, just on the internet in general. And I feel as if that's like definitely not a good thing, because once you put something on the internet, like it's there, like forever. Like I mean, it might be harder to find certain shit, but I mean, like it's there if you dig deep enough. So like, I just feel as if the way things are nowadays, like it puts a lot of people in jeopardy even in their future life. Like, say, for example, how they're checking people's Facebooks, like for job interviews and stuff. Like, say,
Yeah.
someone's trying to get like a job interview, and say, for example, they might go on freaking YouTube one day and like see the fight that you got in high school, and going to be like, oh yeah, what if he tries to do this with like one of our things, or like let's say if a girl does it, she's trying to get a job, but then they randomly find her on some porn site, then they're gonna, question her and stuff. So I feel as if that's very threatening to a lot of people, and I just feel like there should be something to like, curb all of this, because it's like starting to get out of hand, and it's been out of hand for a while, as a matter of fact. It's just a matter of like, finding a way to like, tone it down a notch.
Yeah, exactly. And what gets me is um there's people out there who don't care, and there's people out there who have a brighter side to it, but they choose not to take it. And the most important problem is yeah, you're right. I've noticed that job interviews, they now want to check your Facebook. It's not only in a way is like immoral, it's also jeopardizing your job. Hey, a year ago they weren't doing that. Well, okay, maybe a little longer than that, but
Right.
they weren't doing that. And you know what? And you know what? Ever since then, employment rates were up. Yes, employment rates weren't the best because of the economy, but what's helping the economy fall even lower and unemployment rates is Facebook. Oh, I see here that you have a tattoo on your arm. You know, I see a tattoo. Okay, it's like a guy goes in for an interview at let's say like Apple, for example. He wants to go work at Apple, and this guy has a tattoo of like a pinup girl, all naked, breast, nipples, and everything, the works. And it's on his arm. Nobody can see it when he's at the interview, but he takes pictures
Right.
of it and puts it on Facebook. So okay, so everything checks out, man. We want to hire you, but real quick, we just want to check your Facebook, just for any detailed information you might have missed. So you're sitting there panicking, crap. They're gonna find it, crap. They're gonna find it. They go in there, they find it. Oh man, dude, we can't be having you at the workstation. One day one day it's gonna be hot, and we're gonna have to have you wear a short sleeve shirt. And worst comes to worst, that short sleeve shirt is gonna be seen through. And you know what the customers are gonna see? Breasts, nipples. Yeah, that's just bogus. Before they didn't do that, but then they found out that Facebook is a reason to get deeper into people's lives, and that is exactly an issue as to why the general public is at stake. And like you said with the fighting, it's true. Back then, back in the days, fights were a big deal as they are today. But back then, they couldn't put it on Facebook. Now that it's on Facebook, not only is more drama sparking up, but you got people jumping in, we got people watching it, people embarrassing the crap out of you, comments, likes, the works, man, the works, and it's just
Right. Right.
awful. It's not cool. And not only Facebook, but MySpace, again, Twitter, Tag, whatever else
Yeah, dude.
Ebo.
And like not not only that, but I feel as if these social networking sites is also a way for girls to get like thirsty and try to fuck up people's uh relationships and stuff like that. And I feel as if that's unfair towards like a lot of people, because it's so easy to find people nowadays, people that you haven't seen in like, I don't know, 10 years or so, 20 years, maybe even more than that. For just you could just go on like one site and just find all of their info. Like that's crazy as fuck. And like for someone to just have that like tool at their hands to just like cause a riot over nothing. Just like like that's pretty insane. Like that's kind of like a death tool in a way. Like depending on the people and stuff like that. So I just feel as if something needs to be changed.
Exactly. Something needs to be done. And let's not forget something really important: impersonators, child molesters. It's yeah. Not only is it sparking riots over small stuff that escalate over time. That's what the internet does. The internet escalates everything over time. But not only with fights and seeing people in like 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100 years, but we have people who are pretending to be Michael Jackson. People pretending to be like Gandhi. What the hell? You find Gandhi on Facebook, you find that nigga, you add him. Dude, you were my hero. He says thanks. He pulls it off. How does that look to you? Not only do you look like an idiot, but the other guy looks like an idiot too, because you know what? He just drew an idiot in. And, of course, leave it to no other else than somebody on the internet to do something like that. Okay, pornography is looked down upon, but for some odd reason, everybody's doing something along these lines. It's even done on Xbox. Oh, I'm Justin Bieber. Okay, yeah, the general public will never know that he's not Justin Bieber, but Justin Bieber knows he's not Justin Bieber, for example. I'm pretty sure there's some thirsty girls out there that can tell by his voice he's not Justin Bieber. And by the way he texts, for example, I don't know what the hell. But, people get away with this, and it's bogus how the internet just lets that happen. Something has to be changed. Something has to happen. It's bogus.
Right. Definitely. One of one of the things that I that that I've been thinking is how long will this phase be like going until, like I said, they find something new? I'm very curious to see how this Facebook era will end. Personally, I think Facebook in general, if like let's say, because Facebook must have a lot of servers to keep all of that information on. So if someone was to ever crack those servers and find every single thing about like everybody, like freaking every single message, all of that, like I feel as if that could cause like World War III, because like so many outrages, like but rush the company. And like when I say that, like it's like I mean like in a literal sense, like they would literally try to like burn down the building and all that. So I think that will cause a huge scene, and for like something like that to happen over just like a simple site is like really crazy. So I think we need to like really readjust the ways that we live, because like the way that we live is such in like a easy, commercialized sort of lifestyle where like everything is getting so easy to the point where you might you don't even have to get up out of your bed no more. You could like freaking start like driving your bed around everywhere and crap. Like
Yeah.
I feel as if that could be something crazy as well to start.
Exactly. Yeah. You know what? And speaking of spreading and causing causing uproars, it's already happened, Raymond. You know what it is?
What?
2012. Guess how 2012 got around?
How so?
Facebook, man. Oh, yo, we're all good. Oh, the Mayan calendar ends this date, whatever. 2012. How does everybody know the world is quote unquote gonna end in 2012? It spread around Facebook. People were, it was gonna end. Shaking my head. What the hell? And that's exactly why people are out there killing each other. This is exactly why people are out there fighting each other. Because when things spread on the internet, they spread worldwide. The UK, even on the international dateline, they know about 2012 because of us. And if it doesn't cause anything now, Raymond, you're right. It's gonna cause something in the future. World War III is at stake. You're right.
Yeah, dude. It's I really feel like that could be the case, because so many people are. I just feel as if a lot of things could be linked towards Facebook, and the way that it just grew over like the past 4 3 years or so, just like insane. Like they're like starting to make changes daily to the site. Like it's just insane how like people are always on something social networking, or like people are always trying to find out the latest movie, the latest this and that. But like when it comes down to like us as a country, like freaking nobody cares if like we're in debt or crap, or like nobody cares about the food that they serve us and shit, like freaking, because they're so distracted by all of these other terms of media. And like that's why we're in the state we're in now, uh because of things like this.
Exactly. And you said the key word today. The key word is media. The media is the reason why all this is happening. The media is why this is all at stake. But you know what? That's a different topic. I don't want to get into that.
Yeah,
The media is just a whole other ball game. But if anything, Facebook is to blame for all of your problems. If possible, stay away from Facebook. That's a word from us. Stay away. But you can get on, put a status up. Oh, going to Ohio for the year. Just try to avoid drama on Facebook. You got a message saying, "Yo, I want to fight you." Ignore it, because you know what? It's gonna waste your time, my time, Raymond's time, everybody's time. So that being said, we're out of time right here. My name is Andrew Ballard. Right here with me is
Raymond Bruce, aka G King and the Ranger. You already know.
That's right, that's right. And we are signing off here. Just
all right, guys. Good to go.
All right, man. So keep up. Keep able to go work, and if you can, keep an eye out on our pages, and we'll try and make this talk show a little bit better. Thanks a lot for watching, and please support. Thanks.
All right, man.
All right. Hey, it's Andrew again. If you ever wanna come talk on the show, or if you ever have any ideas about what I'm talking about and say your mind, message me on Facebook and we'll cue you in. Thanks a lot. Take care.